There seems to be a very strong force pushing this narrative of Nyoro being William Ruto's deputy come 2027. And it appears it all started by a group of about 15 members of parliament, Kenya Kwanza members of parliament, attending a function in Kiharu constituency where they endorsed Nyoro as Ruto's running mate come 2027. And since that time, there has been political exchanges between the RIGATHI team and the Nyoro's team. And also Professor Kithure Kindiki is now being roped into the whole thing. We saw some leaders today and even yesterday saying that this time around, Mount Kenya East should also produce a running mate. And they were throwing their support behind Kithure Kindiki. Though Kindiki has distanced himself from such endorsements, and he told those pushing that narrative that he's not interested in that, at least for now. This photo has been doing rounds. I want us to understand what's happening here. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. I don't want us to dwell so much on that photo because that's a simple photo that can be generated by anybody. Even using a smartphone, you can just generate that photo. Why is it that this photo has been really picking up this evening? Let's look at somebody, Cyprian Isnyakundi. So the 2027 posters are already out. You are seeing that photo. And I've also seen Gabriel Oguda from Chagua Ruto to Ndoto. Tears in my eyes. The same photo. Who could be behind all this and what could be the game plans here? I believe that those pushing for Nyoro's candidature as Ruto's running mate and those pushing for Nyoro to be Mount Kenya's political kingpin, they are clearly behind this. They are really trying desperately to push that narrative. And they are doing it not that they want Nyoro to be William Ruto's running mate, but they are doing it deliberately to divert attention from what is happening on the mountain and from what is happening in the country. And it all started by Supreme Court imposing a permanent ban on Senior Counsellor Ahmed Nasir Abdullahi. After that, we saw Chief Justice Koome going to State House. And Nyoro's candidature as Ruto's running mate has also been peaking around the same time. Before all these things started, the debate was, should Martha Koome agree to a dialogue with William Ruto? That was the only debate that occupied Kenyans' attention. I believe that a script was laid out to divert attention from that, to allow Martha Koome go visit Ruto. All these things are interconnected. The strings are being pulled from the same source. And this is why I strongly believe that the government knows and understands very well what's happening here. The government wants to divert attention from the failures of the government and from the failures of the Chief Justice being summoned by William Ruto and obeying the summons. The government wants to divert attention from all those new developments. And this is why they are bringing all these photos, the story of Nyoro deputizing Ruto, and so on and so forth. But that aside, in the event William Ruto drops regarding Gachagua and picks Nyoro, what's most likely going to happen? If Ruto does that, then it's very clear regarding Gachagua will rebel and he will form his party to challenge Ruto in 2027. And already, one of Rigathi's strongest allies, Nyeri Senator Wamatinga, alluded to that about 2 days ago at an interview. In fact, he said that the biggest regret is that they joined Kenya Kwanza without a party. This is a staunch Rigathi ally. And we know that these top leaders, they always communicate through their proxies. So it's clear Rigathi has already started regretting why he joined UDA. He ought to have joined Kenya Kwanza through his own party. If Ruto picks Nyoro, Rigathi will rebel. He will form his own party to challenge William Ruto. That's something that is coming out very, very clearly. And should that happen, then it's obvious there will be division in William Ruto's camp. But all signs are showing that if Ruto and his team don't change their strategy, that 2027, Ruto and his team, those who will be supporting him, they'll be very, very unpopular on the mountain. And also, if you look at it from another angle, I'm seeing it will be safe for William Ruto just to go with the Rigathi than Nyoro, because Ruto can convince Nyoro to support him even if Rigathi is his deputy. He'll just tell him that just relax. Let's first of all go through this 2027 election, after which I'll support you. So it can be safer and even easier for Ruto to go with Rigathi as opposed to Nyoro. But all in all, it will depend on how this government will rule going forward. If they'll continue the way they are going, then irrespective of whether Ruto will pick Nyoro, pick Rigathi, or whichever, the mountain might still reject that combination if Ruto does not change his style. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give this video a like. The photos are a clear proof that some serious political realignments might also be going on in Kenya Kwanza government. Total confusion. Things are collapsing. The center can no longer hold. Thank you.
Hajaenda mahali. Haendi mahali. Imekuwa porojo mingi ya magazeti. Gazeti wanaweza kueneza mambo. Kila nyumba pale watu naishi, bwana na bibi. Kila mara kwa saa nyingine naweza kuwa na tofauti ya maoni. Sio? Bibi wewe unaona leo unaenda shida mingi hapa, sio? Wewe bwana wewe tunajua mambo yako, kila mara kwa mara unatoroka hapa na kwenda kutafuta wanawake nje, una ulevi na kadhalika. Hiyo ni mambo ya kawaida. Hakuna shida. Junet hajaenda mahali, hakuna mtu ambaye ameguza Junet. Junet ndiyo director of campaign ya chama cha ODM. Tuna kiongozi katika hii muungano ya Azimio. Yale yote ambayo magazeti wanaandika ni porojo tupu.